I completely.
And we're going to. I was quite clear on how we'd approach this. You've got your primary and a couple of supplementaries. Just because you didn't get the answer. Can you please be quiet when the chair is speaking? We need some order in this place, right? Or it's not going to work properly. Just because you didn't get the answer you want doesn't mean that you have the right to just talk over the top of everyone else. We will now move to Jenny Marcroft, followed by Carlos Johnson.
What's up on the sides, Mr. Chair?
Well, we've already had a primary and 3 subs, and we've got other members here who haven't had an opportunity yet. So we're moving over to Ms. Marcroft.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Minister. I'm really interested in the timeliness of the process and any changes that your expectation of how long it takes for a medicine to come into the system and then finally get rolled out to the patients that require it. What's your expectation, please? Can you outline it for us?
First of all, can I just record, I agree the scrutiny's been a bit shallow on the slide, but nonetheless,
when it comes to actually delve into it, I guess it's part of the problem.
Can you please let the Minister speak? If you want to have a question, then you can pick it up and take
a point.
When it comes to the timing, a couple of things. First of all, I think we need to be faster. Second of all, that's one of the goals that I've set. And third, I don't think it's possible to put an absolute time on an application for a couple of reasons. I mean, one is that it does to some extent depend on the amount of time that, or the, I guess, the readiness of the applicant to put forward information. So that matters. And second of all, it can depend on how soon funding comes up. So you can get something assessed on the options for investment list. Then it's a question of how much money you have. And in this particular instance, when we got the 604 million additional funds to buy new medicines, there was more than enough on the OFI ready to go. So I would say that they've got the OFI full. The challenge now is to get the money to fund more medicines, which is now my mission as the Minister.
Thank you. So what changes specifically are you looking for over the next year?
In terms of the pace of?
The pace of getting medicines, subject to budget availability.
Yeah.
So patients can expect how long for a medicine to be sitting on the OFI list when they see that same medicine available in Australia? What's your expectation?
So, well, just to be clear, so I mean, PHARMAC is doing its job filling up the OFI, but they basically say how much money do we have this year, and then go down the OFI in the order of how much use it will have for patients. I don't think PHARMAC needs to bring more medicines to the options for investment list faster. I do think that we need to put more money in. We've done that, substantially increased the budget already, and PHARMAC have managed to come up with the goods so far. However, my challenge now is to rethink how PHARMAC makes budget bids so that we get more money. So how soon we fund more medicines will depend on how much money we can put in, and that in turn depends on the government's financial position and ultimately New Zealand's wealth.
Final stuff, Mr. Chair. And so in terms of health gain relating to a particular medicine, is that factored into any part of the decision making?
Yeah, it is. So the basic question is, well, how many quality adjusted life years can we add to a person? Now, of course, the PHARMAC will never tell you the exact calculations, because if they did, they could be gamed by the vendors. But that's really the question, is how many more years of quality life can we get a New Zealander with these medicines? And of course, I'm challenging them to also think about, well, if some investments actually save money for the government elsewhere, that frees up money we can put into even more medicines. And that's got to be a positive thing.
All right. We now move to, I've got a line of questions, so we're going to.
Yeah, I'd like to quote not Napoleon, but it's very relevant to this discussion. David Seymour is basically saying, wherever you go, there you are. That's the depth that we're getting from him right now.
Yeah, it seems he's saying, he's very good at this. It seems he's saying a lot of words and not actually meaning anything at all. So, I mean, you can't really talk much about this because he's not saying anything. He's not saying much. Yeah, so you can't really
providing
respond.
anything. I can see why Debbie got frustrated before.
I do love what, that's not the one there. This is the one here. I do like what they're saying in there. I have to be honest, I'd rather have James Meagher chair the meeting. It seems a lot more civil. But I think that might be of what the MPs themselves actually, what level of respect they have for the, possibly for the chair.
I could insert an edgy joke here, but I won't.